What's up, fam? Hope you all doing good and in good spirits. I want to talk to you today about something that I came across that is very intriguing. Incredible Hemi, who's been on this channel before, text about leasing the Hellcat, and he said with, I think it was like 66,000 or 6,800 down, you could lease Hellcat for like 500 or something, 600 a month. And I kind of brushed it aside like, yeah, that's just numbers that you probably pulled out of some Google site. But of course I'm curious, because I mean, a Hellcat is a generational vehicle, and with all the Dodge Demon stuff coming out, the Hellcat's kind of like gotten downplayed a little bit, because obviously that's the I guess the old news. 707 horsepower from the factory, I guess, is old news. But anyhow, so I Googled it. Then I came across a article, I think it was from Jalopnik, I'm not sure, but they were saying this is the time now to get a Hellcat, because the Dodge Demon's coming out, which is gonna lower the price of the upmarked Hellcats. And on top of that, the Hellcats there's a lot of 16s available. So again, I'm more intrigued. So I went and I just hit a YouTube search of lease Hellcat, and I saw dealerships actually trying to lease these. They're trying to get rid of these Hellcats. Now Hellcats are going for $70,000 when I looked, when they were really hot. You know, they're everywhere on over YouTube. Some are 80, 90, it was just upmarked. But I'm looking on cars.com, and I'm seeing them for as low as $60,000, sometimes even $57,000. But the standard price I'm seeing is about $70,000. So I was thinking to myself, what is it going to take to get a Hellcat in the ballpark of like normal payments? For me, I mean, I guess I'm just a middle class guy. Like $500 a month is like more than enough to spend. That's like my cap for a monthly payment for a car. Now, what would that payment look like? So my thing was $5,000 down for $500 a month is what I'm looking. So I called a dealership, and here's a clip to the dealership I called.
Thank you for calling Turnersville Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram. How can I help you?
Hi, I had a quick question, actually. I'm just inquiring because a friend of mine was telling me that you can possibly lease a Hellcat model. Is that true?
Yep. Yeah, actually can.
Okay. What do those rates like currently look like?
It's different for everyone. It really depends on your credit and what kind of money down you were looking at. Hold on one second. I know we only have one right now, so you definitely have to be here for us to run your credits to see where you do stand. I mean, did you have any time to stop by, check it out, and then we can take care of that for you?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna stop by this weekend when I have some time. I just was thinking, like with like $5,000 down, what am I looking at?
Man, anywhere from 700 to 900, something like that.
Okay. What's the current sale price on the Hellcat you have?
I'm not really too sure. I think there's a premium on top of that. 70 grand, I guess. That's the MSRP.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. I'll come in and check it out when I have a moment. And I said, what's the lease specials and lease rates of the Hellcat? Now, the $5,000 for $500 a month would probably be if you have Tier 1 credit and you can get a Hellcat in the ballpark of 60 grand. Now, why would you lease a Hellcat? Well, first of all, I would personally suggest recommending leasing a Hellcat, because if you lease a Hellcat now for, let's say, 3 years or 24 months or whatever the deal breaks down to, and remember, every deal is different. It depends on so many factors. It actually even depends on not just your credit, but your location, demand. There's a whole factor involved in it. So even if I show you a lease deal that's here, it may not be equivalent to where you live. So there's a lot of factors involved to how dealerships lease. But the reason I recommend leasing a Hellcat now is twofold. One is, if you're in the market for a muscle car, why not get the basically fastest muscle car you can get today from the factory. It runs 10s on drag radials only. 11, low 11s bone stock. You're just not going to get that with a warranty anywhere. Plus, you have the exclusivity of being a very special model. You know, I'm a built, not bought kind of guy. I like to build my vehicle and like build it up and have my own personalization. But you can't deny being bought, not built in the Hellcat and just tweaking it maybe visually for your own purposes, because you're not going to beat that power. And you know, and that's just the base. If you want to build it, you can go crazy. But guess what's coming out in 2 to 3 years? You have the 2020 Mustang that I did a video on about the hybrid Mustang. Who knows what technology is going to be out then? You could have the mid-engine Corvette. I think it's a 2019 model, but it could get delayed. Who knows? That comes out then. So while we wait, or you wait for those cars, why not just lease Hellcat for like very, you know, what I think is a good payment, like $500-600 a month, and then when you get ready to turn it in, guess what you have on the horizon? The mid-engine Corvette or the 2020 Mustang, the whole new design. S550 will be going away. I think it's S650 design, and who knows what that's going to look like, and not to mention what Camaro's going to do. So right now, I think if horsepower is like where you're at and you want exclusivity and you want to just be the king of the game and you go to car shows or car meets, you can't beat a Hellcat. Like, I'm a Ford guy, I'm a Mustang guy, but you know, you got to give it up. Like, a Hellcat's just the truth. So check if you want to, I would definitely check around your local places and just like inquire, because to get a Hellcat for that money is amazing. Now, am I gonna get a Hellcat? I unfortunately am not going to get a Hellcat, because I really do still want to. Oh, that's a big speed bump. I really want to stick to the Mustang 2018. For me, horsepower, I know I don't do dig races and all these kind of races for money. I'm not that crazy. I'm sitting in traffic right now. I'm a daily driver, so I don't need 707 horsepower to crank to feel like, you know, I'm a fast car. Like, for me, a 12-second car or a low 13-second car, this EcoBoost is plenty power for me. A lot of people don't feel like, you know, you need more and more faster, but I'm very content. But I would, because this is a lease and my lease is up, I'm going to go back to the 2018 Mustang. But I wanted to share this information for you that I did research and found out, like, wow, the Hellcat's very accessible. More, and in terms of like price range, it's very cheap car for the money. And the whole pantheon of cars, like a $70,000-$80,000 car that runs 10s with drag radials, low 11 stock, 707 from the factory, you're just not gonna be. And when I say Hellcat, I'm talking about Challenger or Charger. But I did research on the Challenger because I would get a Challenger. But I'm probably gonna stick to the 2018 Mustang when it comes out. But you just really can't beat the Hellcat, and I wanted to share this video with you guys. If you're in the market, and you know, even if it comes off your radar, like, oh, the Hellcat, I don't want to finance $70,000. Well, just lease a quarter of that amount, and when you're done with it, either you could buy it out or just go get the new mid-engine Corvette or the new Mustang in 2020, or I don't know what Camaro's doing, but this is a great time. So let me know if you guys have run across these deals or what your local dealer says. But I'm just gonna probably, just for fun, go and test drive some and share with you if they let me, because some dealers are weird, but just see how it feels and we'll go from there. All right, y'all, peace. Yeah, I think it's time for a car wash. I think this bird just killed me. Golly. I guess it's good luck though.